So the only reason I could think of to run, I mean, it's going to cost a lot more iron to run this stuff out here. Yet, maybe. As we had to do components, we had to do steel to build the thing, and now if we run conduit, and especially hidden conduit, it's double. Maybe it's worth it. Yeah, we should just do it. Should just do it. Six, 32, 8. $76. 95. Plus whatever it costs to build it. And whatever it costs to build the component to build it. So we're really breaking even on that. But if we find other minerals, we want to put out more turrets, whatever the reason. Maybe this will all come in handy. Want to tie into, should tap into this geyser. Pump that into. It's 8 components. 19. Not the worst idea. Maintaining, okay. Nighttime and the daytime. Solar. So now we're filling batteries. Medicine. We have plasteel. Makes it more possible for us to do detoxification. But what do we spend the plasteel on now? Make these traps. Smoke shells. Need shells to make traps. Just do explosives. High explosives. And auto 40 plasteel each. Seven damage. Are we that hurting? Just focus on the ID traps. So we need shells. 2 shells for every trap. And I bet we can construct them. EMP, fire foam. May have to do some research if we want explosive one. Right, they have no components or advanced components. Or plasteel. Let's unload some clothes. It's like nobody's buying any tainted. Get rid of all of our stuff that's some of these rifles. Rid of the port. Go choose. Rid of the great bow. $72, $75. Yeah, let's get rid of this stuff. Won't last long. Anything 75 or below. Well, 76. We have these bandoliers. Our people should be wearing. Okay, I think that's enough. Oh, they can't even buy all that. Well, what do you have to offer? Maybe we take one reinforced barrel. Maybe we take some medicine. Let's take one reinforced barrel. Nah, not sell. You're not going to sell. We can hold on to the great bow. Moth took. Go. All right. Now, what does it take? Nephew of Frankie. Frankie, we're gonna trade with these guys. Components, here we go. 39 components. Let's see what it costs. Take everything. Don't have any plasteel. Get rid of an urn. Whoop. Get rid of all of our pores and anything below post 75. Okay. also sell dye. We just have to get rid of our goats. Camel hide. Yeah, let's get rid of some of this leather. Bird skin. Light leather. Rhinoceros. Pig. Now we're bringing the cost to a much more reasonable level. Okay, I think that's a good deal. I think that's a good deal. Look at all our books. What do they have for books? They have a couple. Beer brewing, psychoid brewing, mining, recreation game. Like the recreation games. Took. Else can we get rid of? Steel helmet. Okay, I think that's about it. Guess we can ditch this parka. For the most part, the clothes are easy enough to replace. So let's go ahead. Get rid of some of the stuff. But we're upping our requirements here. I'm just holding on to that prosthetic heart. Get rid of this duster as well. Keep the bandolier. Keep everything over 90%. Alright, that's probably good enough. We don't need to nickel and dime everything. Got going on. We have components, we have advanced components. We're starting to get some plasteel. We're hoping for a find here. Looks like a mining operation. To find, we could actually cover some of the stuff that we spent. That's steel up here. Still have veins of steel, but you know, just when we find it. Progress to next portion. Okay, so they get fur. We probably don't even need to spin up on one of these steel root. Okay, we gotta mess with that link. Let's loosen up on one of those. Here, let's go with rice. this link. Wog, not a fighter. Let's let the lynx follow him back home. Oops. Wog, come on, man. Get chased. Alright, can you faster? Can you move faster? Alright, keeping it good. Also, we could lead him toward the caravan. Still here. Dodged all of our traps. Oh, and our thing's not even... Nobody's helping. Alright, Frankie. Alright, why is nobody helping? I thought our defenses would take care of it, and I thought these guys would help. Come on, we can't lose Bog. Why aren't you guys shooting at this lynx? Okay. To rescue. No, not romance. We need to rescue. I guess you can't rescue if they're not following. There he goes. Can't let him die. Blood loss, so we need to do a blood transfusion. Well, let's slow down. Let's do a blood transfusion. Frankie's probably our best doctor. Fuck! Pardon my language. Went in with that first. Why didn't... Nobody helped. All these people here with weapons. Like 20 people. Nobody did anything. Who's our crafter? Down to 3. We could have done a blood transfusion. We just needed a tiny bit more time. Maybe I need a second hospital. We have, you know, a little emergency from somewhere. Just a little bit closer. Maybe this area, maybe this area right here. What is it I don't like about this game? I like a lot of things about this game. One thing I didn't like was that these people didn't shoot that lynx that was hunting. I guess so. Normally, when you see something, so if I zoom out here, I can see my little animals that are white silhouettes, and these animals out in the wild are blue silhouettes. And then if something goes mad, like a rabies type disease called Sicaria, or if there are raiders, these silhouettes will be red. And if these silhouettes are red, then our defenses, like these turrets, will shoot at them. The lynx that was hunting our colonist that just died was not sick. Basically, it wasn't considered an enemy. It was just hunting, doing what it naturally does. So I think that's like one oversight where our defenses weren't able to shoot at it. The other thing is there's a lot of people here, visitors, and sometimes the visitors will step in, but I think it operates on the same principle. If their silhouettes are red, if it's a raider, or if it's a sick animal that's on an attack, then they'll help. So unfortunately, the guy that was being hunted was not a warrior. He wasn't able to wield any weapons. He had no means of defense. And by the time we got him to the hospital over here to do a blood transfusion, he died before we can get the blood transfusion started. I do like this game a lot. There's a lot about this game that I like. It's really good at introducing crises and sometimes stacking crises. I'm not sure if it does that deliberately or if it's just coincidence. Like one of your colonists might start to have a mental break, for example, right in the middle of, some other crisis that needs their full attention. Then you have one that's maybe even turning on the other colonist. So it introduces a dynamic of, oh no, we've got several things going wrong here. There's sometimes where playing this game reminds me of that movie, The Thing. Just with the sort of tension, with people going in their minds a little bit, uh, while external threats are happening. So this was a pod crash. His name is in red. If I zoom out, see his red silhouette. That means this is a bad guy that crashed here. We are going to take him prisoner. Take him prisoner. Oh, I forgot we still have these things here. Alright. Do we not have a light? We disconnected this light. Turn that light on. And maybe we could recruit a prisoner over time. If we release him, we'll gain some relations, but sometimes they just hate you so much. Mamako. Try to recruit. We could farm him for blood. His health. Mamako. I'm not seeing Mamako on here. Down to 3 colonists, right? Kind of where we started. We started with down to 3. We need to find sources. Got little areas of pollution happening. Seems quiet, seems calm. What we need, hopefully this guy has some construction, mining. I mean, they're low. Artistic, we could use an artist, actually. All right, and here's a raid. Maybe we'll have a survivor. It's like they're coming from two different. It's the one. See, and then down here is the other one. Let's just let them come. Let our automated defenses do the work. I think this guy especially, he has 3 turrets coming out. There you go. Hit that steel trap after getting shot once. What's our other guy up to? Where'd he go? There he is. Ooh, it's time to harvest those. They always fetch good money. It's nice to be able to offset costs when trading. So my goal for this run was to install the detoxification stuff. Looks like it's the plasteel that's holding us back. We have some now. We have 345. This is the guy that I didn't really need. Numbers are good though. Let's capture him anyway. We don't have a lot. We can't be picky right now. We could put him to cleanup duty, if anything. This place is a mess. It's filthy. We're almost finished researching this long-range mineral scanner. Maybe once we get this built, yeah, we need to use some of those advanced components for this. Maybe once we get this built, all this chapter, we just don't have the resources to really. What does it take to build an advanced component? Plasteel, probably. Got plasteel, gold, and components. So we can make some. I'm pretty sure we have the ability to, I think we have a gold. Oh, he needs. Give him a blood transfusion. Maybe we could save this one. And let's allow better medicine. Save this one where we couldn't save our colonist. Yeah, this is the one you crash on a planet. We started with 3 colonists. They are not the same colonists that we have now. Actually, I wonder if any of them are original. If anybody is, I would imagine it's Frankie. But in any case, yeah, we've grown, we've shrunk, people have joined, people have died. And we're hoping to recruit these prisoners here. So it'll take time. Eventually they'll try to, if we don't break down their resistance, or sell them off to slavery, or harvest their blood, then, or release them for relation gains. And, no. will wear down their resistance, and they might possibly join. They could try to break out of prison. But so the whole prisoner mechanic is actually pretty cool. Prison dynamic. But you have to keep everybody happy. You have to keep them secure, healthy. Like we have an infection. We could probably minister amoxicillin. Work. Rescue. This group is being held at a camp under armed guard. 4 turrets, 1 mortar, 2 pigskins. Whoa. Alright. I don't think we can get through. Maybe. But taking down the turrets, maybe if we had EMT groups or something. So I'm going to that quit. And our battery based. Out of power. Something exploded. I don't see any. See fire anywhere? Maybe they put it out. Yeah, once we recruit one of these prisoners, I mean, we need somebody on cleanup duty. We have vomit, we have debris, animal filth, blood. Everything all over. Okay, a group of travelers. They're just passing by. They have nothing to trade. Sleeping. All of these communists have communists. All of these colonists have relationships with one another. And sometimes it affects their mood. Like he's insulted, he was rebuffed. Doesn't like that. If their mood gets too low, they have a mental break. They could, which depending on their personality, could mean anything. They could start destroying things around them. They could start insulting, go on an insulting spree. They could start fighting others. Gonna start picking fights. Sometimes they just wander in a daze or shut themselves in their rooms. So they're not all extreme. Using power. Or power. That means another solar panel, maybe. What I really want. Let's go for what I really want. We'll have to add switch. Oh, we have to mine through it. Okay. Meanwhile, we could light these wood fire generators. Why are we drawing so much power all of a sudden? What did we build? Wild man, you can attempt to tame him. May attack, 10% chance. No handler capable. Let's cancel that. Oh, we have no animal handling capabilities really here. Come back. Maybe if we recruit one of the guys, do they have the animals 10? All right, he can do it. Try to tame him. If he survives. Looks like he's all patched up. Infection. So he's just recovering. Lab's up and about. Minor pain, chemical want. It's gonna be a pain. We have to keep giving him drugs. That's gonna be a pain. Do we have the wood to keep the generators running? It's to waste manpower. Let's do it. Let's clear out this area. Item stash has been claimed by others. Okay. Other quests besides the rescue star. Fight there yet. That's a long way to be able to have to travel. It's our home. And to catch that ship, get our people all the way there. We would have to make transport pods, I think. Launch them up over there. Okay. Did we make our little one more thing to mine? Let's get this guy. Uranium? I don't want to put out of science mining. If you're on the job, need to clear this. There we go. One thing I just didn't count on here. Cover that up. We almost had a security leak. Yeah, it's a pretty big world, Falcons. And every, if we go back to the world map here, every one of these hexes is basically a screen like the one that we're settled on. So you can imagine how many areas of this size there are in the world. Quite a lot. And it's fraught with danger. So the reason why we wanted to get detoxification lungs and kidneys is because of this little red zone. We have toxic waste packs. As long as they're kept frozen, they're fine. But every now and again, something happens, like you lose power, or one of these walls could get destroyed. It has. This door was destroyed by raiders in the past, and it just leaks toxic waste everywhere, including into our hospital. Alright, here's another. So the idea is to install... I don't like this guy. We can let him die. Maybe let him die. So if we look at this machining table, or the fabrication bench, probably, we can create these lungs and kidneys that we can then surgically implant. That will basically make these guys immune to the toxins. We have one other little patch of contaminated area up here. That was where a ship fell that had... It wasn't a normal ship. It was one that cost 4 lives. It killed some of the... It's almost grown back, but it's killed some of the area around it, the vegetation. Started to release toxic gases. We wanted to destroy it before it spread, but its defenses, had these creatures, robots that just brutally tough. All right, how are we doing over here? Hurt still. Resistance is 11. Guy's resistance is 4.7. How are we on finding sources? So the thing we're using here, this ground penetrating scanner. Alright, we're about to be hunted. This ground penetrating scanner we're using to try to found iron over here with it. But we're really looking for something called plasteel. That's where we're low on it, and we have no means to mine it. So we're hoping that this could find a deposit. And then the research that we're doing right now, this long-range mineral scanner, theoretically will tell us if there's deposits of things kind of around the world that we can then go make a trip to go get, basically. Let's see what this warg is. Alright, so the silhouette is blue right now. So if I understand this correctly, the defenses, these turrets will ignore it. But Vurav is helpless. Valve has a weapon. Let's get Valve up here. Vurav's got a shield. About the only... Alright, but... do we need Frankie? I hate to interrupt your research. But... I don't think Valve can handle it on its own. Once it turns... Once it turns red, these turrets should start firing. Yeah, see the turrets kicked off once it was officially an enemy. Okay, so we managed to avoid catastrophe there. And I was hoping Frankie would go back. Frankie's going back to research. Scanner. We're almost there. Ah, oh, stop just short. Of course. Make him do research. Minor break risk. Wet, cold, pessimistic. Okay. There it is. Now without a research project here, he'll default to this. Let's see what we... Scanner. 6 components, 2 advanced components. Can this be built indoors? Well, it's not enough. Gotta get steel. I believe I have some up here. Don't we have a little... Where's our deep drill? Is it all gone? Oh, the drill would still be there, wouldn't it? Here it is. Okay. So we just need to haul some of the steel. Frankie. Everybody's resting. We'll let night go by, and then we'll make them haul some of the steel back. Send everybody on it. We'll hold off on a research project because I want them to use that. I want them to use the. I want them to use this ground penetrator. Now that we have the steel, let's figure out where we can build. Long range. Build it indoors. Might have to build it outside. Yeah, we have to build it outside. Okay, where we put it? Here. You're cooking in a dirty kitchen. Alright, we have a wild woman. Same deal with the wild man. We need somebody with the ability to tame her. Only one I know of is if we end up recruiting this prisoner. He has the skill to do that. A little bit away from that. It's this quest. Friend has been wounded. nobody to spare. If you make it, join you. Maybe an unknown threat. We don't have a lot of people to deal with threats. Only 2 of our people even touch a gun. No more information is available. See this guy. Our best skill is mining. Just don't have the manpower. We send people away to deal with an unknown threat, then we leave our home undefended. Frankie has plague. Not too late to administer amoxicillin. I have no idea if that'll even help. Pen animals rotate their grazing. One patient, okay. Right, we don't have research yet because I want our research for this moment. Searching efforts. Be focused on our local map. Alright, resistance has been broken. Lab's gonna join us eventually here soon. Volatile. Has a lot of bad traits. Don't have a ton of good skills other than that he's an artist. Let's turn these off. Burn all that wood. Fact. Like power in general, our batteries are going to overcharge. Frankie, that do the antibiotic. Could do it besides Frankie. That's can't do medical at all. His medical is 1. Chemical starvation. Shoot. Alright, Frankie, this is what you gotta do. Can you self-administer? See if that works. Then we need to get are we gonna end up having to kill this guy? How about we go like that? Oops, too late. Melee attack. And I hope we don't regret this. It's not fire. Let's say attack. Oh, I don't want you to fire either. Okay, stunned can be capture him now. No, we have to keep attacking. Keep you close by. Let's not shoot him. Fine, you can take him. Back you up. Okay. Dead. But I wanted to avoid. Alright, Brav. Gotta. Everybody else is kind of hurt. Frankie's our only real doctor, right? Guy's not gonna be better. Yeah, I know. Frankie, you're gonna have to take care of yourself and Vav. We never finished building this. Much stuff happening. I know, Frankie. Get plague. Still haven't got your noxicillin. Stream, come on, do not die. So close to immunity. So close to immunity. Will that get rid of the plague? Okay. Developed and immune. Recovers. Where is he? Okay, you're in the hospital bed. I don't think we need this. Alright, we need a couple of more colonists. 3 of us can't keep on top of it. Pain. We need to heal that. Pain here. Wow, he's in. Sure. Could anesthetize him. Likewise. I don't want to go crazy. Let's do it. I know we need a research project. Alright, it's getting cold out. Fall. Let's turn these heat back on. If I planned out my electrical system better than I wouldn't have to go and do all these one by one. And I knew that one guy with chemical problems was going to be a problem. Wow, that drone is really getting to us. Look how patched up he is. Like reading those social interactions from time to time. I think he's still sleeping in the hospital. Likewise, we can turn the temperature up a couple degrees. That was always cold. That cold, like that. All right, this is tuned to gold. Let's tune it to plasteel. Here we go. Let's add a chair. Actually, if I want to change this to a second hospital, we don't need all these chairs. Let's up these chairs. Oh, good trader. Whoops. Frankie's the only one. Really? That is social? Yeah, Frankie has to do it. Where are they at? Are they in the air? Are they orbital? Yeah, they're orbital. Okay. What do they got? They got animal. We got a lot of insect meat. Let's get a couple of components, couple of advanced components. Saves us from that work. We don't have any more. Oh, we just don't have medicine in it. Plasteel. That's what we're. Alright, we can't afford everything, so. Zero out that. And what could we sell? Limestone. Sure. Prosthetic heart, we've been holding on to that for a while, but maybe we get rid of these psychoids for now. Die. Funky Foal. I mean, jeez. Are we going to be wiped out here? We have stuff that isn't being listed because we don't. Yeah, none of our clothes or anything are being listed. We have lots of let's do this and then we'll see what we can sell by hauling it back if they're still there. Need one of these in every one of our storage. Essentially. 40 steel in one component. See how quick we can get on that. Let's go back to the trade. Let's see if we could, now. Now what do we have to give them? Let's get rid of a couple hundred. Buffalo wool. Oh, negative. Negative 200. Okay. Get some of our money back. Guess let's just get rid of all these extra clothes. Could replace them as needed. We'll keep the bandoliers. Although we have many. Yeah, let's get rid of the normal. And the cloth. One, two, keep three. We'll keep two bandolier. I've been holding on to this prosthetic heart forever. Probably won't need it. Artist, recreation, production. Do we have any? All right, let's finish building this one. And maybe we could sell some weapons too. Okay. I like the idea of these books. get rid of here. Not going to take any of our weapons. So, what are we going to do? Okay, we're going to get books and a little silver. They have plenty of components, though. Be nice. Be nice to buy more components. Alright, let's prioritize hauling. Hauling of everything. It's wild, man. We got 2 wild people hanging around. I hope we're able to up in the cold. Oh, we should remove some of the art. It's an aesthetic. Oh, we need to get him some warmth. Awful prison cell. Yeah. Take some of his art. Install. We take this pot, I guess. There you go. Make you a nice prison cell. Might as well plant roses or something over here. That's fine, you can go back to the wild. Actually deconstruct that bed. In the hospital. Frankie, how you doing from this plague? It looks like you're all finished with the plague. It's not anesthesia. Do we have any? It's okay now. Looks like we're down on wood. All this stuff away. Alright, Frankie's working on the scanning. We don't have a research project, but that's because I'm scanning for plasteel. I only have one guy that does both these jobs. If I set a research project, he'll prioritize that over the scanner. What do we need for, IEDs? Want precision rifling. That. so that we can make these assault rifles. That's where we go next. Mortars. That's what we want. We want to research mortars. Maybe we go for rifling and then mortars. What do we have for gene stuff? Biotech, gene assembler, gene bank, gene extractor. Cleans polluted terrain, creates waste packs. Well, golly. Maybe we put that in here. Do that. And then there's no rush on the detoxification implants. We can save ourselves some plasteel, save ourselves some advanced components. Alright, got our new recruit. Everybody goes on firefighting, patient, not a good doctor, but he's better than this guy. Healthcare. Basics, everybody's on basics. Animals, that's gonna be his job. Everybody else. Cook, we've only got one good cook now. Find a good cook. Instruction on growing, plant cutting. Boy, we don't have a good craftsman here. It's basically Frankie. Doesn't do art, but he does art. All clean. You know what we do? We want him to be on cleaning. So let's go. Now let's keep this at 2. Handling. Handling will be 1. Hunting. 2. Construction. Everybody should be in construction. Oh gosh. I really wanted to put him on cleaning duty. But all this other stuff is going to get in the way. But it's not always in demand, so let's see. Let's see if the place ends up a little. See it. Planting. See what his needs are. 8 without a table, ratty apparel. What do you need? You need that helmet. Let's make you a helmet. Alright, let's get one. Make a simple helmet for you. For any worker. Oh man. Grenades, auto pistol, revolver, nice, Molotov cocktail. These guys are not playing. You guys are not playing. We don't have a lot of people for this. Can we add another turret real quick? We don't have the steel. Don't have the steel. time we fetch it. Can we fetch it? Do we have a pile over next to the... Our deep drill. Why can I never find our deep? Here it is. 44. Nope, that's not going to be enough. Well, it's bigger than any stack here. They're attacking right away. Alright, so we better cancel that. Get Frankie. And who do you have for fighting? Melee? Can shoot. Not making a mistake. Alright, Frankie, you get here. If you get here. Get here. They're hanging out up there. We really need to get all that steel that we could have. I wonder. Yeah, we need a couple more turrets. We only have the 2 right here. Easily use more. Some IEDs as well. Right, they're waiting. It's gonna be tough. I can only hope that some of my traps will take them out. Turrets will take another 1 or 2 out, and 1 or 2 will run away. Okay. 3 down. 4 down. There we go. Did it. Fended them off. And we can rest / capture. Foreseen is good warrior, miner, planter. Still no artist or craftsman. Doctor. Drop 10 components, some grenades. This is all good. All good. Okay. Medical emergency. Pause. Eating. Let's go better medicine. Blood transfusion. Oh, he died. Through no fault of ours. I'm gonna need to heat the prison cell. Our batteries are climbing power. Off the switch for now. And we might as well get some of the steel. Alright, can you say you had the helmet? Alright, Frankie, somebody to make this. Boy, I miss Bulag. Playing chess? No, you gotta work at the machine too. That way, Kinyu will be happy. New helmet. Where are these bandoliers? Oh, I have them somewhere. I can't find these bandoliers for the light. Only 3 places they could be. They're just laying on the ground somewhere. Can't be though. I think they were available. They have to be in one of these places. With oh, there's one. All right, Frankie, wearing a bandolier. Valve. The other bandolier. Oh, well, did he just take that off? Okay, Valve, you can wear bandolier. And can you... Maybe we only have 2. Maybe we only have 2. Warm clothes. Alright, Frankie, what's up with your clothes? It's the, button-down shirt. Parka. Covers torso, layer outer. Layer outer covers torso. Maybe can't wear a parka with the bandolier. Let's try equipping a parka and see what happens. Yes, bandolier's gone. That's why we haven't been bandolier. Drop that bandolier. I really liked the idea too. Being in the rec room. Arrest? We don't want to arrest, we want to tame. Tame one at a time. In case they turn on us. Oh, we're out of storage for the... Build a shelf. Ooh, hoo, 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 we did it. Others will mine it first in 30 days if we don't. Found some. We found some. Alright, that's what we were looking for. Now we can start a research project. And we're going to go with precision rifling. Do we have enough people to... Alright, first of all, let's... Getting cold outside. We don't need all these on. Drawing power. And I really wish they would haul. All that. Alright, so as is often happens with this game, make some medicine too. Often what happens in this game is you have goals, your goals, things go sideways, or you realize you have to accomplish other goals in order to accomplish your primary goal. So you don't always do what you set out to do. And in this particular case, we wanted to implant toxifiers, lungs, kidneys. Instead, what we've done is created a pollution pump. So hopefully this will clear the pollution from this area. That frees up all of the resources that those organs would use, plasteel and advanced components mainly. That'll free up those resources so that we could use other things. Weapons, defenses, genetics. We've accumulated some plasteel in this run, and now we've located some plasteel. We could jump to the location. Can we jump to the location? Yeah. Oh, I guess we can't look at it. Till we get somebody there. Alright, it's in a temperate forest. Do we have to settle it? Do we have to create a settlement? I don't know. That's it's intimidating, but we'll find out. I've never actually had to go out to fetch resources before in this stage of the game that I rarely get to. Usually I die way before this point. The colony falls apart. Yeah. I think that's our next step. We'll have to form a caravan, grab our donkeys, grab some people, some food. Maybe we should focus on making some pemmican. Something, or survival meals. Packaged survival meals. Let's do a whole bunch of those. I think that's just what we're gonna have to do. Bring a lot of packaged survival meal. Maybe some components with us. you. And we wait till the, well, it says 30 days. We only have 30 days to get to. That's the problem. File. Let's all this stuff away. I want to leave all these out the grade. So I think our next session we're going to go in search of plasteel. Can we put you in a place with some recreation? Not enough food. What do we need? Do we need meat? To get them well, let's go out on a hunt. Let's go turkey. Those. And we'll leave it at that. That's a good chapter here. We never installed those prosthetics that we wanted to, but we have a good lead on the plasteel, and we have an alternative approach to the pollution, which is we'll package it up, make these waste packs. In the future, I believe we could... process those. I believe we could do something that will get rid of those packs. Is it in the future? Can I do that now? I thought there was a way, I thought there was something I could build that will get rid of those packs. We'll find out. I still haven't seen what all these gene banks and gene packs could do. That is something I would like to experiment with. The biotech, the actual biotech. So if we pause this for a second so that I can read. Implantable xenogerms from gene packs. How do we get gene packs? Must be placed in a gene bank near assembler, combined in plant. Can I only buy these? Is there a way to extract them? Check what the extractor does. Okay, so we use a gene extractor to create gene packs, store the gene packs in gene bank, and then use a gene assembler. Create xenogerm from the gene packs. Those are actually implantable. Okay. So it starts with the gene extractor and gene bank. Ooh, all right. Now the question is, who could we put in there? Do we have to force them in? There's something about you could force someone in, but they won't like it. And then it seems like it could be dangerous if the genes are currently regrowing. Does that mean if they've already been extracted and they're regrowing? Okay, that's something to play with, especially given, no, we need. Boy, I don't know how the genes work. Let's take a look at Frankie, for example. Are they passion traits? The current skills? How does it work? We'll find out. I mean, we'll try to shoot for the old plasteel, but then I think we should start exploring this genetic stuff. We have enough plasteel for now. Maybe it's not the worst thing if we don't get it. The only reason why I think that, I didn't realize we only had 30 days. 30 days. No. Maybe if we could recruit Benji. And maybe. But with this limited crew, have people on an extended trip away, I mean, pretty difficult. We'd almost have to take everybody. That means leaving all of this stuff behind. So I'll have to think about that. I'm not going to make that decision right now, but I'll make the decision before I start the next one. So for now, I think this is a good place to leave off. We have several options before us. And I think we're about to finally get into the biotech portion of this biotech DLC. That'll be great. Till next time.